Hello students, and today I'm going to be discussing with you the ethical issues regarding surrogacy. This was a question which was asked and which can be asked henceforth in future, because it's not just one of the recent advances topic but also a very important topic otherwise. See, surrogacy as it is increasing, it's not just a part of the films and picture proposals and related to the celebrities, but it's also a very important background with ethical liabilities. So we should take this topic up very seriously, and we should discuss regarding its ethical issues, apart from being, of course, all the glamour which is associated with it. So let's first understand what exactly are we talking about here. Why should there be any ethical? It's as simple as that. A wanting couple goes to a needy, deprived woman. They give the money. She bears the pregnancy. She hands over the kid. Both the parties are happy. All right. But have you ever thought about the scenarios which can take place? For example, the couple which wanted the kid. So it's a huge process of around 9 months at least. In fact, even more than that if you're going through IVF, or if you're going through donor gametes or whatever. So it can take even more than that. It can take place for more than maybe a year or so. During that process, what if something happens to the couple who wants the pregnancy, who wanted the child? Something happens, that means, suppose in case of death of one of them, the other one is not willing to take the child henceforth. Number one. Number two, what happens if both the couple gets divorced? Okay, suppose some mishap happens during the pregnancy, or unfavorable outcome. That means the pregnancy either resulted in a premature child, or some congenital abnormality, or some a child which IUD. What will be the compensation given to the female? What will be the future of the child which is so born with congenital malformation, or with any other problem? Would they take the guardianship or not? So these are the practical problems that can take place during surrogacy, and what are the laws, what are the the compensations available to the couple and to the surrogate mother. This is what we're going to discuss in today's class. So, first of all, Indian government, it did not actually pass the bill. There was a bill which is still there, concerning, which is called as ART regulation bill, which was given there in 2010. Was kind of discussed, but it has not yet been passed, which was concerning all these legal and ethical issues in surrogacy. So first of all, what happens basically in Indian subhold is that without any psychological counseling, without any physical screening of the female, the patient, any desirous or any willing female is taken, and usually by a middleman or a spouse who are in need of money, and then they are subjected to this entire procedure without her consent. Number one. So first of all, that is a very important ethical background, that psychosocial support, psychological screening is very important. She's going to bear a pregnancy for a good amount of 9 months. So whether she's ready for it, she wants it or not, her body is undergoing a lot of changes. She will probably have to give up on whatever work she's doing. Whatever children she has, she'll not be able to concentrate on that. Household work will be obviously kind of malhandled. So whether she's ready for the pregnancy or not, so that psychological support, psychosocial support, that's not screened. That's one big ethical problem. The other thing is physical screening. Apart from being screened for HIV and certain other basic, conditions like hypertension, diabetes, and all, the screening has to be there has to be a complete, a checklist of things that has to be screened in the female before she undergoes for pregnancy. Apart from that, what happens usually is that these middlemen, they choose a female, they, without her consent, is they take the spouse's consent and they throw her into this whole muddle of surrogacy. They usually take her away from the household, keep her in some hostel, away from her household, away from her children, for the simple reason that they want to monitor her, so that she doesn't undergo or take anything which is deleterious to the pregnancy. She doesn't undergo a drip which is deleterious to the pregnancy. She is properly monitored throughout, and during this entire course, she gets to meet her family only on Sundays, most, and she's out only for antenatal visits. So that is one more ethical thing. Definitely, her right over the child which is born is completely shunned. Okay, she does not have the right on her any guardianship whatsoever on the child which is born. But in case of unfavorable pregnancy outcome, the compensation should be given to the female. In case of unfavorable outcome, the compensation should also, there should be some amount of insurance policy both for the desirous couple and for this patient, for this female who is bearing the pregnancy. The legal guardianship is definitely of the couple which is taking care of the pregnancy and who are desirous of the child in every which way, apart from all the financial burden to the patient, even in case of unfavorable outcome. And then comes a big issue of citizenship. So usually people from abroad, they come to countries like India, which are very lucrative in terms of surrogacy, because in less money they'll be able to get a surrogate mother. So the problem of citizenship, motherhood, problem of nationality, they are all arise. So that is another ethical issue which has to be kind of met with. So apart from, so the all these, do you see, all these are very legal, very valid points of surrogacy, and these are actually which form the ethical background behind the surrogate mother and the child. Suppose a child is born with any defects, then whether this child will still be the responsibility of the couple. If there is a physiotherapy involved, if there is any treatment of this child involved, whether that will also be taken care of the couple. All these are also ethical issues which have to be addressed, which has to be and has to be addressed, and addressed very soon. So these form the ethical backgrounds of surrogacy. If you still want my notes on this, they are available with me. Please let me know and I'll be more than happy to help you. Thank you so much.